Washington wines have become so popular. Tell me the history of that.
Well, it started out with, before Prohibition, there were wine grapes back in 1910. And there's one winery that goes back to that time, but after Prohibition, things were shut down, and then a gentleman named Walter Clore was the Johnny Appleseed of the wine grape industry in Washington, and he had people plant all different varietals in all different locations, and it turned out that they grew beautifully and distinguished themselves from the California grapes, and the industry has taken off. It's been growing exponentially. The things that differentiate us are that we have longer growing days. During the height of the summer, we have 2 more hours of sunlight than they do in California. We're in a desert, and literally only 6 inches of rain a year, so the vines get irrigation to control how we want. There's another unique feature in Washington wine, that we have own-rooted vines as opposed to grafted vines. And so when you taste one of our wines, it's a purity of flavor that you can't get in California. There's only one other place in the world where you can do that, and it's in Chile. And so we have unusual features for our growing conditions. And the wines have found a tremendous acceptance. They have acidity, so at the table, they're wonderful food wines. And the biggest endorsement recently was that Gallo has come into Washington State in a big way. They plan to grow to 1 million cases as their first benchmark. And so there's going to be a huge growth there. But to have an outside winery of such stature as Gallo come in is a stamp of approval for us in the Washington industry.